Hey, for anyone watching this, what you don't see is it's cold, windy, and raining, and it ain't just me out here. Rachel's out here holding that camera, freezing her butt off. So leave an F down in the chat for Camera Girl, because she's suffering just like I'm suffering. Probably even worse. No recoil, you can just stay on that steel.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about this awesome Polish Beryl made by FB Radom. If you haven't seen the first video where we shoot this thing brand new out of the box, I'm going to put that link down below and you can go check that out and get our first impressions. It's a really fun video. You should definitely watch that and come back to this one. Now if you have seen the first video, you're going to see that we didn't do anything to this gun. We left it bone stock. The only thing we did was put an optic on it utilizing the factory Polish optic rail, and we go into a lot more detail about that in the first video. We zeroed it, had some really great groups that I'm super proud of in that first one. So I decided to take it to a match because that's what we do around here. I think that's a true test of a gun and yourself, is to go to a match with the setup that you like and put yourself under stress with people there watching with a goal, a timed goal, and see how your gun does. It seems like anything that can go wrong will go wrong in a match, and if your zero is bad, you will see it. If there's something about you that's bad that you need to work on, the match will expose that. So, I didn't change the optic. This is not really the best optic for, close-up stages. This is a Primary Arms GLX 2X, so this is a magnified optic, and the match that we're going to go shoot is everything's really close. It's really just a lot of, up-close, fast-paced targets, a lot of moving and shooting. It's not really an accuracy match. I said, screw it. This thing shot so good out the distance. Let's see how we can do with magnification up close. And remember, we did say in the first video that you can actually see your irons underneath the optic utilizing this optic mount. One thing I want you to keep in mind as we are getting through this match is this gun is still 100% bone stock the way it comes out of the bag. We even went a step further. These things come with FIME triggers. We put a factory Polish trigger in, so this is as close as this gun can be to factory stock, minus the optic. I think you're going to be really surprised to see how a bone stock gun did at a match. Out of 58 shooters, how did we do? We'll tell you that at the end. Let's go stage by stage. We'll talk you through it, and then we'll wrap this video up with what we think we could have done better, what we think we did well, and we'll give you that final score. So let's see how the Beryl did, man. Before we get into this video, guys, if you want to support the channel, go by thirdpinthreads.com. I'll put all those links down below. We have awesome shirts, awesome hats, all AK themed. It's the best way to support us. We don't do Patreon, we don't do anything like that. I want you to get something for your cash, so go pick up a cool hat, pick up a cool shirt. It's greatly appreciated, and that absolutely helps out the channel. Anyway, back to this Beryl.
So we're gonna be stowed. He's gonna be standing in front of the window, hands up, beat, flip the hand, drop the pin. We're not shooting.
Okay, so stage one is a Die Hard themed stage. Obviously, we shot this match in Christmas. You're gonna start off by replying to the RO, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. They hit the timer, beat. You drop Hans Gruber to his death, retrieve your gun, and shoot your way out of the Nakatomi Tower. So here we go. You can see there the hands holding him on the edge. Hans Gruber falls to his death, pull out that 18-inch musket, and start going window to window and sweeping targets. Steal target here at 50 yards. We get our second shot. The optic really helped there. Hosing targets at this point. Nothing to it at all. One thing I will say, that was a lot of fast moving, fast shooting because everything was super close. So a nice trigger I think would have been faster, but that trigger was perfectly fast enough. ALG might have saved, I don't know what, half a second overall, but maybe not even that. The ALG would definitely help out to distance. Overall, out of 58 shooters, we came in 3rd place on that stage. That might be one of our best over the entire day, so I'm extremely happy with that. First place being a 14.1, I came in with a 15.6. Pretty close to his time. The top 3 were actually all very close, so I'm perfectly happy with that with a bone stock gun. Let's go to stage 2.
How do you think you did?
I'm just happy that Hans Gruber won't be bothering anyone else this year.
Okay, stage 2 is a Gremlins-themed stage. Christmas, remember that. You're probably seeing a water bottle on the screen down there all the way at the end. That's probably, I don't know, 25, 30 yards, if that. So with a 50-yard zero, I believe we're going to be hitting a little low at this distance, so we're going to aim high on the water bottle, get that hit. Once we hit the water bottle, you're going to notice some moving targets are going to go across the range. You have to hit the gremlin targets with 1 shot each on the moving target, and then however you need to move to see all the other targets, 2 shots on each. 1 target is hidden behind some barrels, so you can't just stand there and shoot everything. Miss, hit, you see the movers. 2 targets, then take out the 2 movers, shift it over, bam, bam, everything. So you notice we didn't move much. We shot everything stationary, didn't waste time moving. We had to move to see those final 2 targets that you probably saw were hiding behind those barrels. It was like 4 shimmies over to the right, bam. A lot of people were running all the way to the end of the stage to get close to the targets to hose everything. And I just thought, man, all that time running, I don't think I need to do that. I could probably take out everything right here, shimmy, and finish. How did we do on stage 2 out of 58 shooters? We had a penalty on this stage, so here's what's funny. I had 1 penalty. Penalties at this match are 10 seconds, all right? Raw time was 9 seconds, 20, flat. Had I have not gotten my penalty, I would have come in 1st place overall. Because it added 10 seconds to my friggin' time, it put me in 35th out of 58. Horrible. Horrible. I pulled one of those shots trying to move too fast, and it caught it from 1st place down to 35th. That's what a penalty will do. Didn't matter how fast you were. If you shot it clean, you were definitely going to beat me. I was so proud of that 9.2 second raw time, but it sucks, man. That penalty killed me. Absolutely murdered me. Let's go to stage 3. Okay, stage 3 is a Christmas story themed stage, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to retrieve your gun. There's 2 planks on the ground that you have to have both feet on. 1 plank unlocks a certain set of targets that look like, you know, Black Bart's bandits. Once you take out all the Black Bart targets, you're going to go to the other plank, which unlocks all of the leg lamp targets. So 1 plank, you can shoot a certain set of targets. You move to the other plank, you can finish the other set of targets. So let's see how we did on this one. See both feet on the plank. Take out the black and white striped targets. Easy hits. Leg lamps. You see the leg lamps have falling targets that you have to knock out through a small hole. That optic really, really helped out on this one. They're far enough away where the magnification, I don't think, hurt me too bad. And when you look at the score, we came in 2nd overall, and we were extremely close to 1st place. We had a 14.9, 1st place had a 14.2. So we were just 1/10 of a second away from taking 1st on that one. So that leaves us with a 3rd overall, a 35th overall, and a 2nd overall. Hopefully those balance out for that really poor showing on stage 2. Had we not gotten that penalty, we definitely would be going 1st overall right now. But we still have 1 more stage to look at. The gun ran great on that one. For a bone stock gun, ran really, really good. Stage 4, my dumpster fire stage. Leave it to Jim, the match director, to give us very small moving targets At the time, I decided to bring out magnified optics. Magnified optics and up-close moving targets do not mix, so basically what you have to do here is you are going to pull a string that is going to unlock a swinging elf on the shelf that's holding a water bottle. You have to take out those white targets that you're seeing on the right hand of your screen, 2 in each, smoke all of those, and take out your water bottle. Clearly, I had a hard time on this one.
Stand by.
Notice I pull the cord, but nothing starts moving. I take out my targets. I go, oh crap, my water's not swinging. Wasted time. Now I'm trying to use my iron sights because the optic was just way too bad, and I wasted so much time, so many shots on that moving target. We finally got it though, but dang, man. So this was a stage that a lot of people were going really, really fast on. People were just smoking it. I knew the second I saw my water bottle not fall, I'm like, well, there it goes. And then I couldn't hit it with my optic, shifted down to my irons, started blasting, finally hit it. It was not good at all. And the scores reflect that. 34th out of 58 shooters. Absolutely terrible. We did shoot it clean though, but those 2 screw-ups, man, terrible. I will say, I don't think it's the gun's fault on that at all. Wrong optic. So here's what's interesting. Overall, we came in 6th out of 58 shooters, which I was kind of blown away because we had 2 really, really good stages, 2nd place, 3rd place, 2 really, really bad stages down in the 30s. So obviously, what's probably going on here is some of the guys that were, up there in top 5 might have had a couple bad stages and bombed, and my 2 really good stages saved my ass. So 6th out of 58, I'm not super happy with it, but I'll take it. And what I wanted you to really consider was it's a bone stock gun with the completely wrong optic. We probably could have shot this entire match on iron sights and probably done a little bit better. Regardless, if you take away the 1 penalty that we got on stage 2, I think we would have come very close to 1st place overall with a bone stock Polish AK in 5.56 that handles extremely well with a very low recoil without any modern features from our current aftermarket. So it's pretty cool, man. I think I have to go back to something I said in the very first video. If you're looking for a 5.56 AK, this is definitely a good option. And at the time that the first video was launched, some guns hit the market like that week. There might still be some, and they were $1,500. If you'd have told me that this gun, when it hit the market again, would have stayed at 15, I probably wouldn't have believed it. I can't believe they're selling this at that price, especially what a lot of AKs are going for in this inflated market. Regardless, it's a great gun for that. Honestly, ask yourself, do you want a 5.56 AK that you can tune, change out furniture, really, really make your own easily? I would say probably go with the M90, which is just a tad bit cheaper than this. If you are more of a collector that likes to shoot your guns, this is an easy choice. This is a gun that you really don't want to change anything on. If you do, I would get some surplus Polish furniture for it and not really I wouldn't bubba this thing up. It's cool. You're getting a gun that you don't need to change. But for you guys that like to tinker, you might not be into this kind of thing just because so much stuff on this is totally proprietary and there's not a lot of aftermarket for it. So that's my 2 cents, man. 2 big thumbs up for it. It just depends on what you're trying to do with your 5.56 AK now. What we might do with these things is do an M90 versus Beryl, but I'm not so sure that's a fair comparison because my M90 is highly pimped out. And when we shot the M90 at a match, a month ago, we took 1st place with it. And I think the aftermarket features really helped. If this thing had an ALG trigger, if it had a better muzzle device, if it had a red dot instead of the magnified optic, could we have taken 1st? Maybe. I think we definitely could have gotten closer. So I'm not so sure the M90, as I have it configured, would be fair. Bone stock M90 versus this, that would be pretty interesting. We just might do that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this little video series on the Beryl. We may do another one. We have the 7.62x3.9 Beryl that I'd love to get on camera. But as for right now, this has been a very fun gun. Thank you, Tony, for letting us borrow it and make all these videos with it. It's been a ton of fun. And don't forget, if you want to support the channel, go buy 3rd Pin Threads, pick up a hat, pick up a t-shirt. That's the best way to support us. We don't do Patreon. I want you to get something for your cash. So all of those links are down below. And as always, we'll see you next time.